Hi, hello there. I hope you all can hear me. My name's Steve Picton. I'm a teacher of health and social care at Long Road, and this is our unusual open evening event for Long Road and health and social care at Long Road. This is unknown times. But let me introduce myself a little bit. So I'm Steve Picton. I teach health and social care. My background is I'm a nurse for adults with learning disabilities, and we're gonna go through some aspects about the course. And please remember, if you want to ask questions, please ask the questions. That you should have a chat facility on the screen at the moment. Please ask questions. We've got a team of other health and social care people who are going to answer your questions when you ask them. Lots of experience in there, lots of teaching experience, and lots of health and social care experience as well. We are a very experienced team in that respect. We have nurses, we have people who've worked in the probation service, youth work, lots of different things. So lots of things, lots of experience from which to work on and from which to teach from. Okay, so going to show you a PowerPoint now with some information about the course. Like I said, please ask any questions if you need to as we go through. Okay, so level 3 health and social care at Long Road, B Long Road. So as I said earlier, we've got huge amounts of experience in our health, social care and the PE and sport departments at Long Road. Years and years I've been here. I've been at Long Road now for 15 years. A very enjoyable place to be, and in a little while I'm going to introduce you to some students who are going to tell you how they feel about the college as well. This is two of our students here, and you'll see another little picture of the same student here. So level 3 health and social care. It's, like I said, my background as a nurse, the content of the course makes sense to me. It's something that leads you into the understanding that you need for the profession that people want to go on to. And this is Tilly, who did a placement at the ambulance service, and that was her preparing for abseiling, I think, as part of that. But we have had students going on a wide range of different work experience, wide range. I have to say that the ambulance service was a bit of an unusual one, but it was a really good one for Tilly. So modules that are covered are things like building positive relationships, equality, diversity and rights, which I'm currently teaching, health, safety and security in health and social care, and anatomy and physiology. And year one's about developing core skills and knowledge and understanding that you need for a career in health and social care. So then year 2 you start to explore more specific things. We do things like psychology and sociology in year 2, promoting positive behaviour, so working with people with challenging behaviours and that sort of thing. And so, and this is important because things have changed over the last couple of years, and you'll note. So the year 2 students that you're going to meet in a little while that did entirely coursework, their course was entirely coursework. This year has been the first year that we've been doing a mixture of exams and coursework, and this is the proportion of the exams and the coursework. Coursework is for the diploma, coursework is 54% of the course, and the exam is 46% of the course, so it's almost half and half. For the extended diploma, there's an additional exam and 4 additional coursework units, which makes it 42% exams for the extended diploma, which I'll explain what the difference between the diploma and the extended diploma is in a moment, and then 58% is coursework. So we have 2 courses currently for health and social care at level 3. One is the diploma, which is worth is roughly equivalent to 2 A-level equivalents. So going into you would normally do that with another subject alongside it, and the extended diploma, which is worth 3 A-levels, and you would normally do that on its own. One of the things that we're very, very keen on in health and social care, and like I said, a lot of us come from professional backgrounds, is actually it's very difficult to learn about how you work with people without meeting people. And so the opportunities that we can get to go out and do some good, like this, and I'm actually in this picture, I'm at the back there, that's the back of my head. I was at that point in time, I was getting trounced at dominoes. And that was a Ness Court that we went to. It's in Burwell. It's not actually in Ness Court anymore, but it's a drop-in centre for individuals with dementia and their families, and we go to at least once, maybe twice a year to Ness Court, and it's something that they really value and we really value. Our students get a lot out of things like that, of actually meeting people and exploring people's stories and you know, what people's needs are, and getting to understand those sorts of things. We do teach first aid skills on the course, but also we have things like our specialist careers days. We get there's normally about 10-15 different employers come into the college, and our students go around and meet the employers. Obviously currently things are a bit weird, and we did have a careers event that was planned, but you know, things have been difficult over the last little while to carry on these sorts of things for understandable reasons. So students can use this qualification to apply to university, and we probably at least half of our students go on to university every year and do courses like nursing, social work, physiotherapy courses, paramedic courses, learning disabilities nursing, which I'm very pleased about, mental health nursing, child nursing, midwifery. We have had students go into teaching, primary education, into also probationary services, students into that, and also things like students have actually gone into the police. So a wide, massive range of careers that students have gone into. I think I've covered most of those things. So that's either through university, or it's through apprenticeships, or even just into employment. For example, I go to a local special school to visit people in placement, and why I love going there is about 5 of my old students work there as either teachers or learning support assistants. So it's always really nice to get in there and see them again. Okay, so and as an example, this particular student achieved D-star on the diploma course and went on to study midwifery at Anglia Ruskin. And another student achieved MMM on the extended diploma, is now undertaking a nursing apprenticeship at Addenbrooke's. Nursing apprenticeships, really interesting new recent development in careers for people who want to go into this area. Really fascinating, worth having a look at. And then another student achieved DDD on the extended diploma and now works as a teaching assistant at a local special needs school. One of those students that I like to go and see at the local school. So, and because my part of this is we're coming towards the end of it, but there are other opportunities for you to come and explore the college. June 2021 at Welcome Days. Fingers crossed, everything is nailed and sorted by that time, and there's no more pandemic. Wouldn't that be a lovely thing? And then also we've got the open evenings, which that would be for year 10s, but there's no reason why you can't come in and have a look around the college just to see what it's like, because that's one thing we're very conscious you've not been able to do. So take these opportunities. It would be lovely to see you. It has been very difficult these last few months, hasn't it, for all of us? But this is your opportunity for a brand new start, new beginnings, new opportunities, new people. Take it and enjoy it. Okay, so there are other ways that you can get in contact with us as well. In the chat box down the side, hopefully you have noticed that there's some links and whatever for you to have a look at our prospectus, and also some little YouTube clips and those sorts of things that you can use to kind of explore what it's like to be at this college. But there's our website, www.longroad.ac.uk. There's that. Not sure what that is. I think that might be Snapchat. I don't know. And then we've got a Facebook site and a Twitter site as well. So application deadline, and this is important for you to know, the application deadline is the 12th of January 2021. Okay. There are also email addresses down here if you've got any other questions that we can't answer by the end of this session, and then also the admissions line as well, the email for the admissions as well, just to clarify what you need, what you need to do, and you might have questions that you might want to put to them. Okay, now I'm going to stop. I believe I'm going to stop talking now. Well, hang on, before I stop talking. Let me just go back to being just me. So I'm going to stop talking now, apart from I'm going to ask some questions of some of my lovely students who have said that it's okay for me to ask them some questions about what it's like to be at Long Road, so you can hear from their own mouths how they feel about it. And so to start off with, I'm going to talk to Izzy. So Izzy is a year 1 student who's studying health and social care, and so just to let her know, I'm just going to send your picture live now, Izzy.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so Izzy, so a couple of questions that I want to ask you. First off, just so what school did you come from?
Saffron Walden County High School.
Okay, so Saffron Walden. And are you just doing health and social care?
I'm doing extended health and social care and criminology.
And criminology. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And what are you thinking about doing? What's your career choice? Have you thought about that too much?
I thought about it. I think of definitely going into like nursing or something to do with like maybe going to Addenbrooke's and like do apprenticeship there. I don't know yet, but yeah.
That's fair enough. From one nurse to another, thumbs up, thumbs up. So, but why did you choose to study at Long Road?
I think it's because like I wanted like the independence and like the freedom of like being able to like travel to Cambridge and like have that sort of like, I'm kind of like growing up, and it's nice, and like the opportunities like they offer. Like in my old school, like they done health and social, but they didn't include like certain topics I wanted to learn. Yeah. And then when I looked into Long Road, there was like the biology side of like health and social, which like really interested me. So yeah. Fair
enough. Yeah, and is particularly the ability to do like the big course. I think that's quite an important thing for people, and because you do get quite a wide variety. And because my next question was why you chose that subject, but you've answered that for me. But I've got a couple of other questions as well for you, if you don't mind, Izzy. Sorry. What's virtual learning been like for health and social care? How's that been? Because I think that's something that people really want to know about.
Yeah, well, I think it's been actually really good because it's like I'm in a comfortable environment. Like I'm at home, I'm able to go at my own pace, and it's quite relaxing. Like you're sitting at a computer, you just record some things down, and then I find it really enjoyable. Like I actually really prefer it. But yeah.
Good. So, and it's not been. Do you feel you're behind because of it? Has it been kind of about the same sort of pace? Do you think?
I think that I've actually been ahead because I'm able to like after lesson. Usually, when you're at college, you'd have to like go get lunch or something. I'm able to like finish off what I was doing, maybe ask a few questions. So I feel like you don't fall behind at all.
Good point. What about the workload for health and social care? How's that been?
Well, it's been quite a lot because obviously health and social is such a big subject to take, but it's not been too bad. I've been able to manage it, but obviously starting from like being off for so long because of COVID, then starting now with like quite a lot of work to do, it's been quite, but it's all right now. Like I'm getting the hang of it now. But yeah.
Good. And now my last question for you, Izzy. So this is my last question for you. And you can't answer it necessarily, actually, because I was going to ask you, what are the exams like for health and social care? Now, you haven't done any exams as yet, because they're in January, but you have done some key assessments, some like mocks, basically. How have they been? How have you found them?
I found them like reasonable because at the end of it, when we get our results back, it's like it's good to know where like you're falling behind on something and you don't understand it. So it's been good. I found the questions all right. They weren't too difficult, and I don't find them as much.
And we do practices for exams and practice questions all the way through, virtually every week, don't we?
Yeah.
Izzy, you've been an absolute star. Thank you ever so much. So I'm going to talk to Amy now. So thank you very much, Izzy. You have a lovely rest of your evening, won't you?
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, Amy. So Amy is also a year one student studying health and social care. And now, Amy, are you doing the 180 or the extended diploma or the diploma?
I'm just doing the diploma, and then I'm also doing criminology as well.
And how are you finding mixing the two?
I think it's really good because it's like a mix of the both, but they're like quite similar. So you learn like similar things in both of them, so you can kind of link them together.
Right. And do you find there's quite a bit of crossover? That's a very common combination, is the criminology and health and social care. So you're finding it's crossing over quite well.
Yeah, it's like really nice how, because you get the criminal side of it, and then you also get like the law kind of side with health and social care, with like the legislations and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's fair enough. So, and why did you choose Long Road? Because everybody has a different reason to choose Long Road.
I chose Long Road because I just wanted to like get away from my area, make new friends.
Whereabouts? What was your last school?
I went to Birchwood in Hertfordshire.
Oh, okay. So quite a way away. That's quite a long journey for you to come into college. Easy to get in? Has it been okay to get into college?
Yeah, it takes like 40 minutes on the train, so
yeah.
It's fine.
But that's not too bad. Why did you choose health and social?
I think it's because of the job I want to go into. when I came to open evening last year to like before I applied, all the teachers and the students said like midwifery was like the most common one to go on to after this course.
It is. It is one of the most popular ones that people come into to Long Road and do health and social care and want to go on to midwifery, and that's what you want to do, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I've got a couple of questions for you and a couple of other questions for you. Support wise, what sort of support have you found whilst being at Long Road? Who would you go to for support at Long Road?
I think the teachers have been really good with everything. Like if you like need to slow down with the lessons, you just talk to them like just normally, because they're just really easy to get along with. You can have like general conversations with them, like all of the teachers there, and you just won't get judged about it. Like you can just sit there and like they'll help you go through everything, and yeah, it's really nice.
Good. And how has it been different? Do you know, coming to Long Road from school, from GCSEs? Obviously, your last year in school was probably really disrupted, but how does Long Road compare to being at school?
I think it's because the teachers definitely treat you more like actual people and not just children. Like you talk to them on like a name-to-name basis, and they're just more friendly, I think. Like I know this probably sounds really bad, but I think everyone, like they just get along. You get along with them much easier because they just teach you normally. I don't know.
Yeah, and you've like kind of respect and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, sorry. And what was the next question? How about making friends and things like that? How has that been?
I think it's been really good because I came to Long Road only knowing literally a couple of people, and none of the people I knew were in my classes. And like in the beginning, obviously, it's going to be a bit like, oh my God, like you don't really know anyone in your class. Yeah. It's like,
well, it's scary, isn't it, to start with?
But all the girls, like in my health and social class, all the girls are really lovely. Like all the teachers like encourage you to be friends with all of them, and obviously like you'd be friends with them anyways, but you like work together in the class, and yeah, it's been really good. And obviously in like the social area you make more friends anyways.
And I think you're right, and because you spend so much time together as well. I think that's the thing. You know, if you're doing 3 A levels, you're spending a third of your time with a group of people, a third with another. With this, particularly if you're doing the extended diploma, you're spending all of your time with pretty much the same people, so you get to know them really well. Now I'm going to ask you another couple of questions. What's your favourite thing about studying this subject, studying health and social care?
I think at the moment it's been like either the equality, diversity and rights, or the A&P which I'm doing at the moment. Because the A&P I just find really interesting because you learn about the body, and like it's just like really interests me. And I think with most people in school they prefer biology to chemistry and physics anyway, so if you like wanted to go into nursing you kind of have to know it anyways.
And the fact is, if that's where you want to go, that's kind of like that's what you feel an affinity with anyway, is that sort of area.
Yeah.
Excellent. That has been fantastic, Amy. Thank you ever so much. I'm going to leave you there just for 1 second, just to let Poppy know that I'm going to ask Poppy to go live in a moment or two. But I did just want to point out there's a couple of questions that I just really want to say. So one of the questions that people have asked is can you take notes on your laptop? Have you been able to do that?
Yeah, like definitely. Even in the classrooms, there's normally laptops there, and I think the teachers would like let you know if you needed to bring your laptop in. You don't have to have a laptop, like on a day-to-day basis. You don't have to.
Yeah, we do provide a lot of those sorts of things in a lot of rooms, not all rooms, but in a lot of rooms. Summer work. How did you find the summer work, Amy?
I thought the summer work was really good because it introduced you to like what you're going into, and it wasn't like so much work like took over like your whole summer. It was just like a nice amount that you could just kind of get your interests in and like just see what it's like.
Yeah. And do you feel it prepared you?
Yeah, definitely, because I think, as Izzy said earlier, you hadn't done any work like at all for like 6 months, so it kind of just got you into like doing what you wanted.
Fantastic, Amy. You've been an absolute star. Thank you ever so much. And I'm gonna turn your camera off now, and we're gonna talk to Poppy. Thank you, Amy.
Hiya.
Hiya. You're all right.
Yeah.
Good. So a few questions for you, Poppy. So this is Poppy. Poppy is a year 2 student. Poppy, I can't remember. Are you doing the extended diploma or the diploma?
I'm doing the extended diploma. I'm doing that alongside musical theatre.
Musical theatre, excellent. So you're doing the 2 A-level equivalent and musical theatre. Couple of questions. Now, I haven't been able to ask anybody else this because they've all been year 1 students. And so I'm asking you because you've done it. You work experience. You did work experience in year 1.
Yeah.
How was it?
I think I really enjoyed where I was. I was at a nursery at my local primary school.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of set me up for what it would be like working in the healthcare sector, because I learned how to communicate with children in the correct way. I also learned Makaton, and I also cared for people with special needs as well, like autism, and that kind of set me up for the daily like routines if you were a nurse, special needs teacher, or something along those lines.
Yeah, fantastic. Makaton's a really good thing to learn. Very useful. Something I learned as part of my nursing course, because it's used with people with learning disabilities, and actually it's a constituent part of baby sign as well, which is really useful, particularly in a nursery. Why did you choose Long Road, Poppy?
So I chose Long Road mainly for the environment. When I first went for my taster days in year 10, I thought, oh my gosh, I love this. Like, this is such a nice college. And then when I revisited again in year 11, I actually did health and social care as one of my sessions. And after that, I thought, right, this is what I want to do. And from then, I was like, this is my first choice.
Yeah, fantastic. Excellent. So another couple of questions, and then I'm going to go to Shami in a moment. Progression. What are you thinking about doing next?
So I was actually originally planning on having a gap year, but due to the pandemic, now I'm really set on going to university.
Right.
So I just looked around a few universities virtually, but I'm kind of indecisive about studying mental health nursing, child nursing, or social care. So I'm kind of need to be strict with myself and see what I can do see what I can see myself doing in the future.
And do you find there's support at college to help you with that?
Yeah, the teachers are really supportive. So if I have a question, I just email them and they answer straight away. Or I see my progression coach, and she's kind of just do what you want to do. Don't do it to please anyone else. Do it for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's very true. That's very true. Poppy, thank you ever so much. I'm going to leave you now, and thank you again. You've been a star. Fantastic as well. I'm going to go to Shami. So
thank you.
That's okay, Poppy. Thank you. So Shami is again, she's a year 2 student. You are doing the extended diploma, aren't you? 3 A-level equivalent. Yeah. And what do you want to be, Shami? What's your goal?
I would love to be a pediatric nurse.
Okay, excellent, fantastic. And so support for that, you had support in the college to help you to get from
definitely that? Every single one of my teachers is so supportive, with emailing in school, they're always saying we're always here to help, in any way, shape or form. They're even progress coaches. I've just got support all the way around.
Yeah, fantastic. And one last question, Shami, and then we're going to have to stop because we're getting towards the end of the time. What's been your highlight of the course so far?
Just how lovely the teachers are. Like all of them are literally are like friends. Literally, I like. It's so easy to talk with every single teacher, and the friends I've made there are lifelong friends. Like, I'm so glad I came to Longroad.
Yeah, good, fantastic. We're glad you're here. We are very glad you're here, Shami. Thank you ever so much, Shami. All right, and I'm going to come back to myself, and that's the end of the presentation. Thank you all the students. Thank you so much. You've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you. And remember, if you do have any further questions, just use one of those methods that we talked about earlier and ask away. Please do, please do. We want to help, and we really look forward to seeing real people one day soon. And thank you very much for coming. Thank you. All right, you take care. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.